Hey everyone, my name is Joe LaBelle. Welcome back. We're here with Tara with the Thrive program from the University of North Florida. Welcome, Tara.
Thank you so much for having me. This is a great opportunity.
Absolutely. We're excited you're here.
Yes.
So tell some of the folks on Facebook, who is Thrive, what is it, and what makes you unique?
Awesome. Yeah, Thrive is a program for students with autism spectrum disorders at the University of North Florida who are degree seeking. And it's a transition support program, so we work on non-academic supports, so things that your disability services office wouldn't normally provide. So we work on independent living skills, social skills, career development skills, all of the things that are more like the soft skills. And we call them soft accommodations in Thrive, but things that students need to be successful once they leave UNF.
Okay, so just so I understand this, I know in Florida we have programs all over the state for students with intellectual disabilities, but they are not degree-seeking programs. So Thrive is for students who are getting a typical bachelor's or master's degree.
Absolutely. I have most of my students they've declared major and at least one minor. I have several that are double major, double minor, graduate schools, pre-med, pre-law, all over the spectrum.
Wow, that's wonderful. And how many students do you typically accept every year?
So we're on a rolling acceptance basis in that whatever a student applies to UNF and isn't accepted, as long as that documentation criteria is met, we don't cap the number of students who are in Thrive. So we started in 2012 with 6 students, and this past fall in December I was able to look at my data. We had 147 students.
Wow.
So,
wow.
Yes.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
And I think I get asked this quite a bit, that one of the things that really makes Thrive unique is that it's led by the students. So students who are wanting to do, they don't like these social events I'm planning. Okay, well, you can plan the next one. And, me thinking I was giving them a punishment for giving me a hard time, they ran with it. So now my Student Leadership Council plans all of our social events, all of our community service events, all of our public speaking engagements. They seek them out, they coordinate them, they say, hey, Ms. Tara, we really want to volunteer for Habitat for Humanity's Restore. Can we do that? And, of course, yes, this is great. Let's do it.
That's wonderful.
It's very much student-led, which that does actually remind me that we're actually holding our 4th annual conference this fall.
Great.
And it's completely led by students, and this is an opportunity for high school students to come to UNF and experience what it's like to be in UNF, but also work on some of the skills they could be doing now in high school to get them ready to be there. And then it's also for service providers, employers, business partners, as well as students to practice some of those career skills that they really need in order to be successful in say.
So when's the conference?
It's October 19th. It's a Friday, and we better be seeing FND there.
And how can someone sign up for the conference?
So right now we're working on our registration link to get up and running. So checking in with Facebook for our UNF Thrive page and by our website, unf.edu/DRC. That's where we'll be updating a lot of our information.
And you can definitely count on FND to be sharing out that link as things come together a little bit more. We're excited to see that conference come together.
Us too. And if you are interested in possibly hearing Thrive speak or learn more about Thrive, we'll be attending the Florida Division of Career Development and Transition, their Visions Conference, which is held in Daytona from May 2nd to 4th of this year. Thrive's presenting. So we'll be there sharing some of our own experiences and expertise to the conference goers. We'd love to see you there.
Awesome. What are you guys going to be presenting on specifically at Visions?
Career skills. We are talking about what career skills do we need or at the university level to get us ready to move beyond the college degree. And I have students sharing their experiences and some lessons learned and just everything that goes into really becoming your own person while you're at UNF.
And to all those educators out there, if you haven't heard of Visions yet, if you haven't attended, I would definitely check it out. FND will be presenting on how to teach self-advocacy in the classroom. So we're really excited for that. Now, Tara, tell me this. If you could give any words of wisdom or advice or anything to a student who's on the fence about Thrive. So I've been accepted to college. I'm kind of connected with Disability Support Center, but I don't want to have my disability stand out.
Right.
why should a student come and talk to you guys?
That's you're making such a great point that what keeps Thrive unique and under the radar is that we don't self-disclose. We don't put our students out there and expect them to self-disclose to anywhere else on campus or the community unless they choose to. And really, Thrive is a safe place. So for a student who's on the fence and they've been accepted to college, not having friends or not knowing what to expect when you first get to a college campus can be really overwhelming, very stressful, very anxiety driven. And having a support already set up and in place like Thrive, where you can go and hang out with other students, you won't, even if you were going, you wouldn't know who's on the spectrum and who's not. It's just UNF students hanging out and supporting each other. Hey, I'm going to that building too, let's walk together. Mm-hmm. So you don't feel isolated or excluded from anything going on. You feel like you're part of a community.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much. I really look forward to working with FND.
Wonderful.